Hey guys, welcome to day 9 of the Love Dare. It's Autumn and Ross Whittet here, and it's a Monday, a beautiful Monday, beautiful day outside. And so we're going to go ahead and dive into today's topic. And today, like I said, is day 9, and the chapter is called Love Makes Good Impressions. And the verse that it opens up with is 1 Peter 5:14, and it says, "Greet one another with a kiss of love." And so basically the idea of today's chapter is about just greeting each other and how we can intentionally change the tone of our voice and just change the gestures that we use towards each other just to show each other how much we mean to one another. And so I'm going to let Ross start, and he can kind of tell us what he got out of it.
What's going on, guys? This topic, this topic really hit home with us. Just really, when I was reading, I was thinking back to how it's changed from when we first got started in our relationship to now. The greetings is a big deal. Walking through the door and saying hi and going to change clothes is not how you should be in your relationship. And it says your greeting should be you are priceless to me, not you are tolerated by me. And I like that one. And then I really like this right here. So it says how do you greet your friends, coworkers, neighbors, and even just anybody random and you see in public. You don't even necessarily know these people, but you're polite to them. And it says, doesn't your spouse deserve the same, even 10 times that, right? And I agree with that. I mean, you just have, it's one of those deals that it's something very, very simple. It's easy to do, but it's easy not to do, and, a good greeting sets the stage for positive, healthy interaction. So, it makes it when I greet Autumn in a proper way, in the right way, it's going to make her feel valued. It's going to put the wind in their sails for the moments to be ahead. And then the last thing I'll talk about, and then I'll let Autumn go ahead and finish this off, is it's really. This really comes down to, people like I used to. It said this quote in here. I'm not even going to go back and find it, but basically, like, well, if I don't feel like, I'm just being real. Like that's how I used to think of it. Like I'm just being real. If I don't want to greet her in the right way, then that's just because that's how I feel. But at the end of the day, you have a choice, and if you love your spouse, you're going to greet them in the right way, and every opportunity you see them is another opportunity to greet them, whether you're meeting for lunch or you just got home. You wake up in the morning, which is a big one for me. I know, I'm not exactly the best morning person, and so I'll let her take it from here.
So basically everything that I had highlighted to say he pretty much touched on, but I just wanted to open my part up with the fact that you can tell a lot about someone's relationship just on how they greet each other and just watching how they interact with each other in public settings. Usually you can tell if it's someone that's been together for a while because they're not very affectionate. They don't normally hold hands or anything like that, whereas newer couples or couples who just have their love, they know what they have with each other. They're very excited to see each other, very affectionate, and just passionately pursue one another. And so that's something that I think really hit home with me is I just want to be intentional about how I greet him and how I make him feel, because that's a lot, I feel like as a woman's job and her role in a relationship is to be the motivator and the cheerleader for the male. And so, vice versa, but men really need their confidence fed. and they need that word of affirmation. And so greeting your spouse is important, and even though it seems insignificant, it's always the little things that we got to do the right way in order to make the big impacts in the long run. And so like he said, your greeting should say to your spouse, "You are priceless to me," rather than "You're tolerated by me." And so I think that my challenge to all of you today is to just think of the opportunities that you're given to greet each other on a regular basis, and think of how you can step it up a notch, and how you can, maybe catch your significant other off guard today just by sending them a really nice text message, just saying that basically, "Hey, I'm thinking of you and I love you and I'm sorry I don't always show it." And the second to last paragraph, it actually says that countless widows and widowers could tell us with tears in their eyes that what it would mean for them to have one more chance to greet and kiss and hold their spouse again. And when I read that really spoke to me, because we take each other for granted every single day. But if I really stop and think, how would I feel if he walked out of the house today and I never saw him again? And if I didn't give him, even if I'm mad, I need to make it a point to tell him I love him and, embrace him, so that way he knows that, because you just never know when it's going to be our last chance to tell someone that. So just something to think about today. Today's dare is to think of a specific way that you would like to greet your spouse, and do it with a smile and with enthusiasm, and then determine to change your greeting daily to reflect the love that you feel for them. So I started by sending him a text message while he was still asleep, and so that was kind of my task for the day, but it's definitely something that I want to implement into my everyday routine. So
I agree. This is a great one. It really hits home. I would have never thought that I would, be in love with a book like this, but it really opens your eyes. This, a marriage is really, it's simple. It's a lot of simple actions, but like I said, this is one of my favorite things to say. You're gonna hear me say it a lot, but it's easy to do. It's easy not to do, and this is one of them. Greeting your spouse in a nice, proper way that's going to make them feel loved is very, very simple. We just got to do it,
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to watch today. And please like, comment, and subscribe to us. And if you have any questions, shoot us an email at staywhitted@gmail.com. And then be on the lookout for our social media pages, because we're kind of in the process of creating those as well. So if you have any prayer requests or have any concerns or questions about anything we're talking about, please feel free to reach out, because that's our goal with this, is to be able to help others as we help ourselves. So, Yep. All right. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Monday, and we will talk to y'all tomorrow.